In the metals quadrant, gold ends up the day just over 0.5% better than yesterday's closing price, with a high of about 1431.10, low of about 1422.10. The rally resumes 3 consecutive days higher now, and the reason I say the rally resumes is we were negative last week. We currently have a positive week going, but last week was the first down week in the previous 3, including last week, and it basically was the second down week in a streak where we had 8 of 10 up weeks. So it's clearly a rally, and last week was a pullback, in which case we started to go back up, although it's been on low volume and it hasn't been a dramatic movement. Any dramatic movement to this point. I think part of the reason is Iranian tensions, not necessarily military tensions at this point, but Iran reached out to China to ask them to purchase more Iranian oil. So while that might affect the crude oil markets a little bit more than the gold markets, it is looked as a bit of a provocation into the U.S. because if the U.S. were to have some sort of military action in the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran can close at least temporarily, it might disrupt the flow of oil going to China, which China may look at as a negative and could, in a best case scenario, affect U.S.-China trade talks, and a worst case scenario, bring China in militarily to try and release the oil that's flowing to them. So it's been seen as a little bit of a geopolitical spark, not quite a fire, not even a flame, like not even a small flame, but it is a little bit better, and part of the reason, or it is a little bit better for gold bulls anyway, part of the reason why gold is inching up a little bit, but we still have silver outpacing gold. The gold-silver ratio has come in a bit, but not quite enough. We got down to about 85.5 on that gold-silver ratio from the all-time high of about 93.43 that we reached about 2 weeks ago. Gold is up, as I mentioned, just over 0.5%, silver just under 0.75%. So we have crept up to about an 86 level on the gold-silver ratio. Still historically very high, but at least coming off from those record highs. And again, with gold outpacing, with gold performing better, it's a little bit geopolitical, a little bit the dollar, or at least the expectation that the Fed's going to push the dollar lower with their rate decision. Although the dollar is up again, that makes it 7 consecutive sessions for the greenback as well.